Welcome to another episode of PC Building Simulator. In the last episode, I built a PC that had AMD and NVIDIA in the same PC. If you missed that episode and you want to go back and check it out, I'll put a link up in the upper right hand corner so you can do so. Let me hop into the email here. Let's see what we can work on for today. Here's an upgrade. Let's do this. I haven't done an upgrade in a bit. It says, hey, I haven't upgraded for a while, so it's about time. My graphics card isn't good enough right now. I want 2 GPUs for this build. An AIO water cooler would give me some headroom for overclocking later on. I read that EVGA parts are really good. It's not as quick as it used to be. Hope you can help. J. Wakefield. Okay, so they got a budget of $4,750 to upgrade their graphics card and install 2 of them and install an AIO water cooler and probably run a virus scan because they said it's not as quick as it used to be, and that's usually what that means. Let's take a look at their stats real quick. Let's see. Z490, a Celeron. A Celeron G5920. What? they want an AIO on a Celeron? Really? Are they kidding right now? 1300 watt power supply, 1 4 gig stick of RAM. Oh my gosh. And a 3080. They already have a 3080. No wonder they're not happy with their PC's performance. They've got a Celeron pushing an RTX 3080. That's super weird. Okay, let's go ahead and accept that one. We may see if there's enough left over in the budget to maybe get them a new CPU because they want to run dual graphics cards on a Celeron. That's not going to work out very well. All right, let's find a build. I thought I saw something. Here we go. This is due tomorrow. It says, Dear Sir, Madam, can I trust you to build me a decent computer? Heard SubSim X can do everything I need. In terms of time, can you get it finished by tomorrow? I worry about used parts. My brother has Colorful in his PC. He says they're the best. Lisa Gibbs. So Lisa's got a budget of $4,500, which is actually a smaller budget for an entire build than the upgrade we're doing. The upgrade was $4,750. This is $250 less. That's crazy. So they want to run a SubSim X at recommended spec. I have no clue what SubSim X is. If any of you guys know, yeah, let me know down in the comments because I have no clue. I've built a PC for SubSim X in this game before, and I still don't know what it is. So, let's take a look at will it run. SubSim X. Recommended spec. So, 64 gigs of RAM, 8 gigs of VRAM, 212 gigs of storage, an i7 7800X, and an RTX 2080. Wow. So they need an Intel HEDT processor to run this. That's something. That's something. Okay, well, let's go ahead and accept that. I'm sure we can make that happen for the budget that they have. So let me get the shop open. I'm going to step away. I'm going to get parts for the upgrade as well as parts for this build put into the shopping cart. And as soon as I've got it all in there, I will come back and show you. All right, for the upgrade, we're going to go with an Intel i9 10900K. Hopefully, they'll be happy with us swapping out their Celeron for an i9. To cool it, we're going to go with an EVGA CLC 360. We're going to upgrade their RAM from their 1 4-stick to hopefully 2 sticks of ADATA Spectrix D80 RGB 8GB 3200 MHz. We're going to install 2 graphics cards, both of them EVGA RTX 3090 for the Win 3 Ultra gaming graphics cards. And then maybe we'll add them some storage too. The Team Group Cartier Zero Z340 M.2 drive, 512 gig. Now, if we can't use all this stuff, it's fine. It'll go in my inventory and I'll use it in another build. It's not a big deal, but may as well make a nice upgrade for them. For the build to play SubSim X, we're going to go with an EVGA X299 dark motherboard. I don't think I've ever built with this, by the way. An Intel i9 10980XE Extreme Edition CPU. I think that's 18 cores. I think it's 18 cores, 36 threads. So it's kind of a beast. It's it's older. It's a 10th gen. It's got a lot of cores. Probably sucks a lot of power. To cool it, we're going to go with an NZXT Kraken X73, 4 sticks of Team Group Excalibur Special Edition RAM, 16 gig, 3200 MHz. For the graphics card, we're going to go with a colorful iGame RTX 2080 Super Advanced OCV. Hopefully to power it all, we're going to use the Antec High Current Gamer Extreme. That's a 1000 watt power supply. We're going to go with the colorful SL500 SSD, 512 gigs. It's the DDR version. They've got a DDR and a non-DDR. I don't know the difference. They're the same price. Figured DDR might be better, so let's give them the DDR version. We're going to put all that in the NZXT H710i in white. Okay, let's buy all of this for next day delivery. Let me make sure. Okay, that's in transit. Good. Oh, by the way, we're in a different workshop today. This is the Fractal Design Workshop. We've been in the NZXT workshop for quite some time. Thought it would be fun to switch it up for a little bit. So yeah, this one's pretty sweet. You can see outside, trees blowing in the breeze. This thing's pretty nice. This thing is pretty nice. All right, let me end the day here. We can get everything in and we can get to work on this upgrade and this build. Go to work. What in the heck all came in? What is all this? This looks like probably some stuff from PC Bay. So let's go put this in the storage cabinet. Store that. And then I'm gonna have to sprint because this place is huge. And then this is just a case, which we'll probably use for a build at some point. Okay. Okay. Here's all of our stuff. Tiny little boxes. Oh, we got some stuff from PC Bay in here too. We got an RM850X and an 8086K. Cool. Okay, here is our upgrade. Let's put that over here. And then we'll get the case for the build. And we'll put that over here on this middle workbench. Then I need to come all the way back out here to get the post-it, the sticky note. And we'll put that there. All right, let's work on this upgrade first. Need to get everything taken apart here. This needs to come off. This is a... What? This looks like it already had dual graphics cards in it. What's the deal with that? That is weird. Okay. Okay. This right here will tell me if we can upgrade the RAM. That's going to be a no. That is going to be a no. They're going to be stuck with that. What about the processor? Ew. Usually if it says property of, it generally will not be happy if we swap it out. That's a real shame. That is a real shame. Because they're going to end up having dual graphics cards on a Celeron. And then they talked about wanting some overhead for overclocking. I don't think you can overclock a Celeron. I don't think it's possible. So let me get some thermal paste on here. Let's see. Do we want to mount... I don't know if the CPU cooler will mount up there in the top. That's a no. So we're going to need to move these fans from the front. Maybe move them up to the top. Let me get this other side panel off. It's going to drive me nuts. Okay, we got all these crazy wires running all over the place. So it looks like the only thing we're going to be able to use that I bought is probably the storage. This Team Group Cartier Zero 512 gig SSD. We can slot that in here for him. I mean, it'll be nice. It'll be nice, I guess. I don't know why it won't let us upgrade some of the other stuff, though. That's so dumb. That's so dumb. Okay, for cooling, we've got this EVGA CLC 360, which we can put up here in the front. I mean, look at the 3D Mark score this thing has. 3768. Is it going to be much better than that with dual graphics cards? I seriously doubt it. I seriously doubt it. Okay, let's get these 3090s in here from EVGA. Got 2 of them. Now, did they want the same color cables they had? I don't remember. I know we need to run a virus scan. Here we go. EVGA is really good. Yeah, an AIO water cooler would give me some headroom for overclocking later on. And what are you going to do with this 4 gig stick of RAM? I mean, seriously. All right, let's get these fans in the top. And I'm really tempted to run a 3D Mark test on this just to see how crap this thing is with a Celeron and 4 gigs of RAM. All right, let's cable this up. I think those might be pink cables. Like these sleeved braided plain pink. Let's see. Yes. I also don't understand why we had such a big budget if a lot of these parts we really shouldn't replace. I mean, we could. I could put in different RAM and stuff, but then I'm going to end up with like a 1-star because I didn't use what they already had. It's a real bummer. All right, let me get the top panel on here. Let me unplug all of this stuff. So I can go ahead and get this back panel on. Then let me get the dust filter on the front. And the front panel, oh, that's PCI lock, which I didn't put on. Which I probably can't. Can I sneak it in right now? Nope. This is such a weird case. With the cover that goes over the back of the case. Like, what's up with that? I really should have turned auto cable off. Okay, back panel. There we go. Now I can plug in because I'm done. I'm done there. All right. I do need a USB drive because I think we need to run a virus scan. This thing not power? What the heck? Oh, front panel connector. There we go. All right, let me hop into the BIOS. I doubt we need XMP. Yeah, we don't. We're going to boot from the drive they already have. Let's see here. Okay, add remove programs. I am going to put 3D Mark on this thing. I'm curious to see if we get any better than the 3,000 something they have, even with 2 3090s. No, I don't want to restart. I want the virus scanner. I'm not going to change any colors. I'm going to leave that to the customer. I mean, the Celeron's running nice and cool at like 28, 29 degrees. Oh my gosh. All right. 3768. That's what their 3D Mark score is. Let me get the virus scanner going here. 264, not too bad. We'll clean that up. And then I'm going to run 3D Mark because I'm curious to see if we can do better than 3768. I have a feeling that the Celeron's really going to hold us back, but with 2 3090s in there, I mean, it ought to be a higher score. So we'll see. I'm going to let this run as soon as it's done. I mean, look at this. 2 frames. 2 frames. This is pathetic. I'm not going to make you guys suffer through this. So as soon as this is done, I'll come back and I will show you the score. All right. Yeah. So they had 3768 and now they've got 4276. What a huge waste of money by not being able to upgrade the CPU. I guess anything that's GPU dependent will be okay, but most games won't even start anymore with only a 2-core CPU. And anything that is CPU dependent is going to run like hot garbage on this. I mean, look at this. CPU test, 2.43 FPS. Graphics test, 211 and 183. The faster RAM and the much more powerful CPU, well, it would have been amazing, but their loss. Their loss, it's done. It is what it is. They're getting it back just like this. So there we go. Let's go put this pathetic thing in the delivery area. There you go. Have fun with that. Let's build a PC to play SubSim X. This might be a little bit more exciting of a build. Let's see. I think all this needs to come off. These can go because they're ugly. They're ugly. We're not putting a drive there anyway. And maybe we'll do a vertical mount on the graphics card. And I think this needs to go too. There we go. Oh, and these fans. These fans need to be moved up to the top because I want to put the cooler up at the front. Okay. Let's go here to fans. Let me go ahead and mount all of those. Whoa, what was going on there? Let me go ahead and mount all 3 of those front fans up in the top of this case. There we go. All right, next, motherboards. We've got the EVGA X299 Dark. This thing's huge. I'm amazed that it fits in this case. It kind of does. Like, what's going on there? That's... Okay. Okay. Let me get this thing ready for RAM and CPU. And anything else? Anything else that needs to be... No, we're not putting a NVMe drive in there. That's a pretty cool looking motherboard, though. Look at all these fans. Little fans up here on the VRMs. Lots of fans. Lots of fans. Okay, let's get the CPU installed. We've got the i9 10980XE Extreme Edition. 18 cores. 18 cores, man. Crazy. It's old tech now. It's old, but you know, I guess it is what they need. So yeah. Okay, RAM. We've got 4 sticks of this Team Group Excalibur RGB Special Edition 16 gig 3200 megahertz. The only difference between the Special Edition and the non-Special Edition is this little design on the RGB part at the top. I kind of like the design. It costs the same amount as the non-Special Edition, so it's kind of personal preference, but I think this looks nice since the motherboard's black. You got this nice design on the top. Yeah. I think it looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty dang good. Okay, thermal paste. And I'm going to go ahead and get the cooler. For that, we've got the NZXT Kraken X73. Go ahead and get this installed. Very nice. Then let me come around over to this side of the case. I'm going to zoom back out a little bit. And I want to get the power supply installed. Got the Antec High Current Gamer Extreme Series 1000 watt. There we go. Next, I want to get some storage in here. We bought the colorful SL500 512 gig DDR SSD. We're going to mount that right here in the front. Oh, it's upside down. Of course. Of course it is. Of course it is. And last but not least, we need to install the graphics card. We got the colorful iGame GeForce RTX 2080 Super Advanced OCV. Mount that right here in the front. All right, let's cable this thing up. I want to do maybe red and white. Yeah, like this. The patterned. That's nice. I like the way that looks. Get everything cable. What is this? Acting weird. Like it's not, it doesn't want to install? Huh. Very weird. Okay. Let me get USB drive in and we can power this sucker on. Actually, we can't. Hit the wrong thing. Remove. I want to take this off because I'm going to go ahead and get this mounting ring on. There we go. Now we should be able to power it up. I do want to hop into the BIOS because I think XMP needs to be turned on. It did. We've only got the one drive. Let me let this thing go ahead and boot up. While it's doing that, I want to go ahead and put some parts back on this case. It's going to take a moment to install everything. Let's see if we can get this side panel on. We'll leave it like that for a moment. Do we need to do anything with colors? I don't think we do. I think it looks fine. I think it looks just fine. All right, well, let's get this glass side panel put on. We can take a look at this thing without the UI in the way. I think it turned out pretty nice. It could have a little more RGB in it for my liking, but, you know, not everything has to be all RGB. Yeah. I think it looks pretty dang good. Let's go put this in the delivery area. We can collect some money. Okay, so this upgrade. Let's see what we get. 5 stars. My PC got a better graphics card. Actually got 2. And they even used EVGA parts. How did they know? Well, because you said you liked EVGA. That's how. That's how. Okay, and then the build for SubSim X at recommended spec. 5 stars. I love my new rig. Very nice. Again, if you guys know what SubSim X is, let me know down in the comments because I have no clue. Anything from the PC bays? Nothing's really catching my eye. Let's take a look here. We could get this for 73 bucks. I don't think I care for that. Don't want that. Sure, we'll buy this motherboard. We'll buy this motherboard. We'll use it at some point in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, a thumbs down if you didn't. Subscribe if you haven't done so already, and ring the bell if you want to get notified as soon as a video goes live. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe out there, and I will see you in the next episode.